so we are going to get down to work here. Last week I focused on scapula. This week I'm focusing on opening up the whole upper quadrant. So that is going to be really the focus. We are going to get some good ab work done as well. So we're going to work this whole upper part, and then we're going to open that whole part as well, I hope. So I had a really nice class yesterday. Hopefully today will be equally nice. So we're going to start out, we're actually going to start out on the roller as we did last week. So just laying along it. There we go. So just laying along the roller, taking in a breath and then exhaling and letting your body just sink down into the roller. And then another breath in and exhale. Good. Just let your body fall in, find out where you are. One more breath in and exhale. Great. And then you'll go ahead and take your arms up to the sky. You're going to inhale, reaching up and exhaling down and inhaling up and exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down and inhaling up, exhaling down. Okay, keep the back of the neck nice and stretched. We're going to reach one arm back overhead and bring it up. And switch sides, reaching back and up. Just switching sides, letting the arm really just fall overhead. Don't worry too much about anything else that's happening at the moment. We'll put some more control to it in a minute here, but just letting those arms fall open. Reach and reach. Good. Both arms going back together. Make sure the back of the neck also stretches long here. You're going to stretch those fingertips long away from you. Exhale, pull the ribs down while your fingers are reaching. And the back of the neck should also be stretching as you do this. So you're going to reach the fingers, drop the ribs. And then you're going to inhale, bring the arms up. And exhale again. Reaching away, stretching long, rib cage down. Good. Reaching the arms up one more time and reaching back. Stretch those fingertips, back of the neck, and drop the ribs. Great. Arms are going to open out to the sides. Chest holds open. Great. And then you could add a little rocking side to side here just to open the chest a little bit more. Rocking side to side. Letting that roller dig into your shoulder blades. That's it. And then you can bring your arms back up to the sky. And we're going to just reach straight up to the sky and back down, just moving those shoulder blades, reaching up and down and up and down. One arm by itself, reaching up, and you can add a little roll and down, just a tiny roll to help accentuate that lift. And reach, and reach, and reach, and reach, and reach, and reach. Nice job. Take your arms, let them fall open one more time. If it feels okay for you, we're going to circle the arms around and up and over. If that's too intense for your shoulders, you can just find a place to stretch them out to the side without making the circle. Yep. Pay attention to where your ribs are. So you don't want them to totally flare open as your arms go overhead. You want to just work on opening the shoulders, arms, the whole thing. One more time. Great. And then they'll fall down by your sides and just stay there. We're going to take both your legs up to tabletop, really working to keep that stomach in nice and strong. Fingertips down on the floor. Barely touching, hopefully, and not gripping for dear life. Relax those shoulders open. That's it. And then you're going to tap one foot down and back. Alternating feet, trying to hold it really steady as you go here. Good. Switch and switch. Switch and switch. Switch and switch. Switch and switch. And switch and switch. Good. Go ahead and switch and let your foot hit the ground and stay there. Take your arms up. If you can, take both arms up, holding that one leg in tabletop. And we're going to exhale away. Just hold that. Reach away the leg and the hands. Hold that stretch. I want you to really reach those fingertips long. Let the chin drop down a little bit. Stretch that leg long and bring it back. So finding that nice banana, Pilates banana position here. Arms reach, leg reaches, and bring it back. Exhale, reach. Inhale back. Exhale, reach. Inhale back. Exhaling out. Inhale back. And exhale out. Stretching. Legs going to come up towards the sky. Try and keep it nice and straight and lower down. Up and lower down. Up and lower down. Up and lower down. And up and lower down. Great. Hold the leg up. You're going to see if you can circle it without losing your stability. So it doesn't have to be a big circle. Nice and strong though. Keep that leg straight, circling around. Good. And then reversing the direction. Great. And hold it there. We're going to switch sides. You can bend the knee and give your legs a switch. Finding your nice, strong, stable position here. And we start out with just that one extension, leg and arms, and bring it back. Exhaling and inhale. Exhale away. Inhale back. Exhale away. Inhale back. Exhale and hold it there, really finding that length through the arms. Let the chin drop a little bit. Hold stomach in. Legs going to float up and lower down. Floating up and lowering down. Floating up and lower down. Floating up, lowering down, and floating up and lowering down. Float it up, hold it there. See if you can add those circles. If you need to put a hand down to do that, that's fine too. And you keep that circle pretty small. Great, and we're gonna reverse, keeping that leg nice and strong. So it's doing a nice job for us. Great, and then you're gonna bend it and bring it back towards the ground. Well done. So here we'll have you take your hands behind your neck, interlace those fingers back there. Exhale, you're gonna stretch the back of the neck, rib cage drops down, and we're gonna let your head float up. Good, finding that length, shoulder blades sliding away from you, right? So coming into that head float position. And then if you have more or are able to come up more, you can come into that upper up curl, but it's not necessary. So whichever one is right for you. Inhaling back down. Exhale, stretch, shoulders down. And then we reverse. Exhale, stretch, shoulders down. Long back of the neck. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, stretch. Good. Hold that position, whether it's the float or the upper ab curl. We're going to just do little rib cage squeezes and release. Squeeze those ribs and release. Tailbone stays fixed. You want to make sure that's not lifting up. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. And squeeze. Hold it there. Take your right hand out from behind your neck and reach it across to your left thigh. Same squeeze, but now on that diagonal, and release. Watch that the shoulders aren't rolling forward. They're still going to wrap around and then down the back of you and up. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, we're going to switch sides. So take the other hand behind, reach across, and elbows nice and wide. Exhale and inhale. 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 Exhale up. Inhale down and exhale up. Inhale down. Nicely done. Head can go all the way back down. All right, so let's come off the roller. We're going to take it on the side and just set it down for now. Go ahead and take your squishy ball. We'll place it between your knees and just lay flat for a moment and enjoy how flat we actually are there. So then pelvis is in its neutral position. We're going to give the ball a little pressure, line everything up, hips, knees, feet, and we're going to move into our coccyx curl. So exhaling, belly is going to sink and rolling into coccyx curl, enjoying that length and roll back down. And exhale, rolling. So notice that as I do this, right, my head naturally moves a little bit with my pelvis motion. So that should not be forced. It should just happen naturally. See if you can just tune into it a little bit. Exhaling to roll up, inhaling down one more time. Exhaling, rolling up, and inhaling down. Great. You're going to exhale, roll up, and we're going to come all the way up into the bridge. Take those shoulder blades, pull them out from underneath you nice and wide, and hold the hips up there. Arms are going to reach to the sky. Shoulder blades sit on the floor next to you. So you can reach them up and set them down like big hips on your shoulders. Yes. So here I'm going to have you hold here. Take the arms overhead and bring them back up. So really just holding the posture of your body. Arms overhead, reach the tail, dig with those heels, stretch long towards your toes, and bring the arms back up. Arms exhaling overhead, heels digging in, stretch the tailbone, and back up. And exhale, reach, tail curls, and up. Two more. Reach, stretch, and up. One more time, reach, stretch, and back up. Good, hold there. Take the arms overhead. Now we're gonna roll the spine down, all the way down, reaching the fingertips as far away from you as you can. Good, arms come back up, exhale, hollow and roll up in your bridge. Reach the arms overhead, stretch the hips all the way down. Arms come straight back up, hollow and roll. Overhead with those arms, stretch and reach your way down. Big inhale, arms up, and exhaling, up you go with the hips, arms overhead, stretch and reach your way back down. Nicely done. Arms come back up. Okay, we're gonna take the legs to tabletop. We'll wake up those abs. I'm gonna take the ball between my ankles instead of my knees. Leave my head down for a moment here. Exhale, belly's gonna sink. Send those legs up and away. Oh my goodness, wake up those legs, those quads, stretch those hamstrings and bend them back in. Exhale again, hollowing that belly, stretching. If you need a little help, grab hold of those backs of those legs, get those knees to straighten and bend. Let's do two more like that. Exhaling, just sort of waking everything up. Tummies down, quads turn on to stretch. We're gonna squeeze the ball a little tighter with those heels. And back in, and one more time. Exhaling, stretch through those legs. Good, reach the legs right up to the sky. You're gonna pulse them up towards you. 2, 3, use those abs. 4, abs are pulling in to allow this motion to happen. 6, 7, and 8, nice job. Go ahead and bend the knees. We're gonna move the ball aside. Take your hands onto your shins. You're going to exhale, wrap the shoulders and just press the knees into the hands. So I'm going to press here. I feel pressure in my hands. I feel like my belly's sinking down in the middle. Good. Hold that posture. One leg's going to bend further in. One leg's going to stretch out. I'm going to keep my hands on the leg. One leg, one out. And then I'm going to switch. Keep tension. So the leg that's bent in is always pushing away into my hands and switch. Push into those hands. Switch, push. Switch, push, and switch, push. Good. Now you're going to bend both knees if you want to. You're going to take your head up, exhaling, chest coming up. If not, you repeat the same thing. We're going to do the same, one knee in and switch and switch. That's it. Use those abs so your neck really isn't doing the work. My stomach is, and that reset every time I bring the leg in should help me stay up there. Good. Switch and switch and switch and switch. Nice job. Bend both knees, bring your chest and head down. I'm going to take the hands behind my neck here. Exhaling, stretching long through that neck, floating the head up using the rib cage. And then if you want to stay here, that's fine. Or you can come up a little bit more, stretching long, right? Still my ribs that control that action up. I'm going to hold that position, sending the legs out and in. Exhale out. Nice tight legs together and in and out and in and out. In, two more, out and in, one more, out and in. Nice job. One leg goes up to the sky. One leg is going to track down towards the floor. You can rest your head down. Just let yourself stretch for a moment here. I'm going to hold that leg up to the sky. Right. You can change the angle of your foot. You'll get a little different stretch at each time. You can also bend the knee a little bit and find more stretch in a different area, but you don't want to bend the knee and take yourself out of stretch. You can also push that hip away, get a little different stretch. Great. And then we'll switch sides. So you're going to pull the other leg up, let the one you had up drop down and do the same on this side, just holding for that stretch, noticing where you feel it. Maybe turning your foot a little bit to see if you get a little different stretch, or your leg a little bit. Parking that hip in its socket and really trying to open up the back side, the back length of you, which can never get loose enough, I think. Right. So here you have a couple choices. I think the best option would be to take the ball and put it behind your head. You're going to float the leg up. If you don't want to do that, your head can stay flat. Or if you feel like you want to pull your head all the way up, you're welcome to do that as well. So any of the three, whichever one suits you best. We're going to switch legs and pulse in, nice and controlled. Switch and pulse, switch and pulse. So my goal is not just ab work, it's really to open those legs. So don't sacrifice the form of your legs to try and get the leg closer to you, for example. You want to really keep those legs straight, even if they don't come very far, that's okay. Switch, pulse, switch, pulse, switch, pulse, switch, pulse, switch, pulse, and switch, pulse. Nice job. Both legs up, bend the knees in, and you can relax your way down. Well done. Okay, so let's take our roller again. We're going to set it behind our shoulder blades here. This has become my favorite of the week. All my classes are doing it. You're going to set your hips down on the floor. It's a little bit like our thoracic mobilization, just a little broken down, but I really like it. So hips down, feet and knees together. I'm going to just find a spot across my shoulder blades that feels a little tight, which is maybe all of the upper back. Your hands are really going to support your neck. And you're just going to inhale and just start to lean over that roller. It will roll a little bit. You decide how far to go. There's kind of no right or wrong. Everybody's going to be a little different, but try and keep your bottom down as you arch over and try and make sure your head doesn't flip open, right? You want to keep your head and neck in a nice curve, not just the back of your head hitting your shoulders and you're just hanging there as if we cut off your head, right? So nice length out the back of the neck. Breathing here in this position, and then we're going to just curl the way back up without lifting the bottom and open again. Same spot. Opening, letting that head stay long in your hands, chest and elbows open so that I'm getting my pecs open. I'm getting arch in my upper back. If you're feeling your lower back, you can lift your hips or go into more of a coccyx curl. So careful with that. One more time. Opening. And then working your way back up, Great. You're going to just move slightly, either up or down. Again, it's your choice. And we repeat, opening up. And you can play with the positioning if you want. You don't have to stay fixed with wherever you just chose. And opening again. And then relax. My class earlier this morning said, hey, it's kind of like a massage. I said, see, I can be nice. Okay. And then up, holding your head. Now we can go back to sort of our traditional rolling, keeping the hips low though. You're just going to roll and release. And roll and release. And roll and release. And roll and release. Great. And then you're going to go ahead and set those hips down. Nice. Okay. So here I'm going to have you come onto all fours. Keep that roller with you. Your hands are going to go onto it. And we're going to just come into cat. Here, a couple things to be aware of. I don't need to put a lot of weight on my hands, and I don't need my wrists to be back here. That's going to make them sore. So I want to let my hands and roller roll a bit away from me. My work is in my lower half. So I'm holding my weight with my belly and my tail. My arms are reaching away. I'm going to exhale, hollow that tailbone under me, and my belly up, the tail under. So I'm going to try and keep my arms still while I start that process. And then I'm going to release. We'll just do a couple there. Exhale, hollow that tail. Inhale, release. And again, hollow. Good. So holding that hollow, I'm now going to let my arms roll away. So I'm going to try and keep my bottom half in the same position, even if you have to walk the arms a little further away. When you cannot maintain that position anymore, then you can release and let it stretch your shoulders. You can work to drop your chest into the floor. Shoulders are open. Big breath in and exhale. Another breath in and exhale. Now here we're going to go straight up to the sky with our belly. So my belly is going to lift straight up. The roller is going to start moving towards me. My tail is going to pull forward, and I'm going to slide that roller all the way in underneath me until I finish on my fingertips right up tall. And we're going right from here. I'm going to tuck the chin, keep the tail tucked, roll forward, and open all the way down. Chest dropping towards the floor. And exhale my way back up, hollowing, trying to stay balanced right on the tips of those knees. Great. One more time, unrolling here. Good, holding for that stretch for a moment. And then you can roll the roller out a little bit further towards your wrists. Drop your elbows onto the floor, and we're going to lower ourselves onto our tummies. Here, our arms are going to stay on that roller. I'm going to keep pulling it in towards me, opening those shoulders onto my back. So lower back and tail are kind of, I should say pubic bone is pressed into the floor. Tail is lengthening towards my heels, and my shoulder blades are shrugged down my back, keeping my chest open. I'm going to inhale, stretch, and exhale, shoulder blades down, opening. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, shrug. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, shrug. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Great. And then from here, we'll take the hands, just push the roller all the way away from us. Forehead can be down on the floor. You're going to roll it back in with the elbows rising high, almost pushing down into the roller here with my elbows up. So just really trying to open up those shoulder blades. Yeah, nice. And then release it. Arms are down there. I'm going to shrug the shoulder blades down, come right up into my swan. You can take this swan as high up as you like, but make sure you're not hinging in one place, right? Really trying to open the whole way. And then I'm going to lower myself down one vertebra at a time. One more time, exhaling right up into that full swan. And then I'm going to unroll, unroll, unroll all the way back down. Nice. Okay, so here I'm going to have you slide your hands in underneath your armpits. You have a choice to bend your knees or to tuck your toes under. And we're going to push our way into our plank. So taking a breath in, exhale, pressing up, knees or feet, and finding that plank. Get those arms nicely in underneath you. Neck is long. Great, get those feet standing strongly underneath you so you feel like I could stay here for a while. Yes. And then breathe. Don't forget that part. Good. Pushing away from the floor. And then we're going to go ahead and drop our knees down. And if you would just grab your TheraBand. Great. And while you're doing that, we can take a moment, tuck those feet underneath and just sit back on those feet, trying to just open the backs of those feet as we organize our TheraBand here. There we go. Okay. So from here, you're going to bring your hips up. You have the choice. You can keep your toes tucked under or rest the feet down now. We're going to start simple with our little band. You're going to circle your shoulders up, back, and around, holding it at your thighs. I don't really have tension on it just yet. I'm just going to take those shoulder circles forward, up, back, down, dropping towards my calves. Right, again, circling, reach back, circle, and reach, and circle, and reach. And as you reach, you want to also think about stretching the back of the neck and head up to the sky. Yeah, you're going to press back and release just from here. Press back and release. Press back. Try and get those shoulder blades to circle back on your body, right? And release. But I'm not leaning back, right? I'm going to keep that there. My glutes are on up here. My glute crease is pressing slightly forward to hold my body still. Exhale, press and release. And press and release. Press and release. Press and release. And press and release. Nicely done. We're going to take the band out in front, put one foot on it, and wrap it around your foot. Here, my hands are going to wrap in just one time. I prefer you can hold on to it if you don't like the wrap. Right. Couple things here. We're going to start out here on the floor. I'm going to pull my arms, try and pass my thigh here on the floor. At the same time, I want to press into this hip, really open the hips. So I'm getting two things going. Shoulder blades pulling back, hip flexor opening. Great, and release. What in the world could we need more than this? Nothing, right? Wrap those shoulders, shoulder blades on your back, opening hips and opening shoulders and chest. Inhale. If I could just bottle that, I think I would make a lot of money. Back and release. And press back and release. Great, we're gonna progress it. So tucking the toes underneath. Remember that hip opening you just felt. We're gonna find our lunge here. And I want you to see if you can find that same hip opening feeling in the lunge, which means your hips are gonna have to really square forward. You're gonna have to reach back through that heel. If you need to put the heel down, you're welcome to step your foot forward and do that. And you're gonna pull again, same idea, slowly release. Pull and slowly release. Pull, opening that chest, slowly release, squeeze those shoulder blades. Pull and slowly release, and pull and slowly release. Nice. We're going to lower the heel, lower the knee back down, turn sideways here. So I've still got my foot out to the side. I'm going to bring the band, both sides of the band behind my knee. Well done. Hands come at your sides. My far away hand from my knee, the one furthest away, is going to rotate open and come back. Now, careful as you're rotating open that your shoulder's not rolling forward. I'm going to still place it back there and then rotate open with it. Rotate. Rotate. rotate, 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 good, rotate, and rotate, good. Now just relax this arm down. We're gonna pick up the arm that's close, and you may need to change your grip on the band or make it closer. The knee is gonna press the band open. I'm gonna rotate in. That's it. Same idea though. Shoulder blade has to stay on my back so I get a nice clean rotation. That's it. Good. Chest is open, head is tall. That's it. One more here. Nice. Okay. We're going to come down onto hands and knees. Your band is going to come off of your foot and just be placed underneath your hands in front. So I've got my both hands on top of the band on the floor, and I'm on all fours for a moment. I'm going to gather up the band in one of my hands, the end of it. The other one's going to stay just resting on top of the band. Here, I need to find my serratus press. So I need to not be sunk in. I want to push away from that floor. Lift up my hand that's gathered up the band here. And I'm going to just pull my elbow up and slowly release. You can decide how much tension and slowly release. So again, shoulder blade stays on your back. You don't want to pull so far that your shoulder then rounds, right? Shoulders on my back, elbow lifts. I can get a tiny bit of rotation to that side as I pull. That's okay. And make sure that bottom shoulder is holding you up too. So you're not sinking between your shoulder blades. Pull and pull and pull and pull, 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 two more, pull, and pull. Great, we're gonna place that band on the floor and we'll collect up the end of the other end here. Pushing away from that floor, gather up that band and pulling up. Good, and pull. Make sure your shoulder on the ground is also doing the right thing. Shoulder blades are on the back, pull, and pull, pull, and pull, pull, and pull, pull, and pull. Nice job. Okay, so here we'll bring ourselves back up onto high kneeling. We want to place the band down on the floor. Make sure you do the opposite leg that you did before. Try and remember which one that was. And then cross the band in front. Right, so remember here we started with two things happening, pulling back and slowly releasing, but also working on opening that hip. Pull and slowly release. So shoulder blades on my back, but my hips pressing forward and slowly release. Press and slowly release. Press and slowly release. Press and slowly release. Press and slowly release, and press and slowly release. Nice. We're going to tuck those toes in the back under. You're going to press up into your lunge. Good. So you're going to try and find that same nice opening hip in the back. Posture is strong and square. Arms pull back and slowly release. Pull, squeeze, and slowly release. Pull and slowly release. Pull, slowly release, pull, and slowly release, pull, and pull. Great, pull, and pull. Nice job. Hold there. We're going to step the legs together. Great. And then we're going to step on the band with both legs. All right, here I'm going to, again, wrap my hands and you get to decide how much tension, once again. I like a lot of tension on this first one, so I'm going to just bend down and pick up more tension. I'm going to circle the shoulders up, back, down. Yes, and let them sit on my back body. Then I'm going to curl
and slowly release. So the shoulder blades are really on my back. I kind of feel like they're too much that way, or my elbows are a little behind me, but that's good. That's what we want for right now. Bend and bend. Great. Bend and bend. Bend and bend. Bend and bend. Nice job. Here, I'm going to have you stay standing as you are. You're going to swing one arm forward, one arm back, just a little, and switch. My body does rotate a little bit, but I'm trying not to do too much of that, right? You're just working on that shoulder. When you focus on the shoulder blade position, don't focus on lifting the arms. That's really not the goal. It's to focus on the shoulder blades, the torso. Great. Switch and switch. 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 Great. You're going to carefully unwind that band and bring it out from under your feet and place it across your upper back. Your hands are going to go, your elbows will go underneath the band for the moment. Right. So I'm going to make my big hug a tree here. I'm going to push forward, but I'm not going to close my front, right? We just spent the whole class working on that back. So I'm going to press the shoulder blades back into the band. So I'm pushing back. Great. And then I'm going to open and squeeze. Open and squeeze. Open and squeeze. Open, squeeze. Good. I should be growing my head out from between my shoulders, growing up tall. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. And exhale. Great. Go ahead and let the band drop underneath your elbows. Here, we're going to scoop upward. You're going to maintain those shoulder blades. They're going to push the band down behind you and slowly release. Shoulder blades press down, chest opens, shoulder blades down, and then release. So my shoulders themselves aren't rising up towards my neck, right? And they're actually traveling a little bit downward. My hands don't have to go any higher than my forehead. Up and down. Sit those shoulder blades back. Up and down. Up and down, up and down, up and down, and up and down. Nice job. Okay, so let's head to the end of your mat here. We're going to keep the band with us, and we're going to find the floor in our plank. If you need to unwrap it and then re-grab it, we can do that too. We'll see how that works. You're going to take your arms up to the sky, hinging forward. So shoulder blades are going to hold the tip of that band down. If you need to bend your knees to get to the floor, please do. Keep your back in its neutral position. We're going to walk our way out and find our plank. Hands are on top of the bands. If you need to readjust, that's fine. And we're going to serratus press here. So if you need to drop to your knees, that's okay too. Shoulders down and push away. Down and press. Down and press. Down and press, and down, press. Nice job. Here, you're going to go ahead and lift your hips up to the sky. If the band slides off of you, that's absolutely fine here. It often does. Heels are going to drop down. Chest is going to open. If you need to bend your knees to feel any chest opening, you can do that here too. A little bend, and then push those heels towards the floor. My head is going to drop. My band's going to fly off now. That's fine. And then you're just going to hold here, stretching. Great. So we're going to come up onto the tippy toes and snake our way forward. Tailbone curls. I'm going to unroll my body forward onto the plank. And then I'm going to wrap the shoulders and keep going. So I'm opening up my chest. Yes, legs are strong, shoulders on my back. Tuck your chin in. You're going to round, lift, and find that elephant again. Heels dropping. Great. Heels go down. Then they're going to lift. I'm going to keep, as they lift, keep pressing backwards until I snake forward. Snaking my way forward, forward, forward. Wrap those shoulders and open up. Glutes are tight, body's strong. Tuck that chin and we reverse. Holding there. In this position, wrap those shoulders, elbows towards each other, shoulders in. See if you can place your feet right in the center. Right, you're going to try and sink one heel and see if you can lift one leg. Doesn't have to go far. You're just going to hold everything else the same though. Shoulders, head, neck, body, energy out that leg. And then we replace it down. You can come up on your toes, find the center of your mat, sink your heels, and lift the other leg up. Holding there, shoulders are strong, elbows pulling one towards the other. Pressing back. Lengthen that leg, bring it back down to the mat. Great. And then we're going to sink those heels. You can pedal out the feet. One and then the other. Good. And shifting, trying to get a good stretch all the way through that back line of your body. Great. Sink both heels. You're going to walk your way back with or without your band. Bring yourself up into your neutral. Hold that position, pushing into those legs. And you're going to work your way up. Lowering the arms. We have a couple minutes left, so lucky you. We're going to take the band one more time. Right. And this time we're going to put it on the floor, step one foot into it, and then we're going to step through with the other leg. Here I get to wrap my hands into the band. It's behind me. And the more I lunge forward, the further behind it actually gets, right? Shoulders have to wrap onto my back. And I'm going to lift up those arms behind and release. Lift. They're not going to go very far if I keep my posture up, which is fine, and release. Great. Lift, reach, and release. Lift. Good. Lift. Lift. And lift. Hold them there. Here you're going to bend those elbows. So my elbows will come up a little, and I'm going to press from there. Bend and press. Bend and press. Keep that head and neck stretching long off of your body. Bend and press. Bend and press. And bend and press. Excellent. Let's switch legs. You're going to come back. Put your other foot into the band. Take your lunge position forward. That's it. And here we go. Up and down. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and up, down. We're going to hold it up, bend your elbows, and press, bend, and press, bend. Back of the neck is really long here, bend, and press, bend, and press, bend, and press, and bend, and press. Nice job standing up onto your 2 feet. You can let the band go. We're going to roll those shoulders down your back, circle them up, and then around. Great. Well done. There you go. I hope you're feeling that like I am. A little burning, a little opening, a little work in there. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time.